Today I'm going to present you about agriculture and livestock farming activities in South Asia. I I thank dear teacher for giving me an opportunity to present this presentation. So, what is agriculture and what is livestock farming? We are going to discuss some of the basic concepts under it. There are four major parts included in this presentation, namely introduction, agriculture in South Asia, livestock farming in South Asia, and finally the conclusion. I'll introduce you for the basic of agriculture and livestock farming. As you all know, economic is the basic of human development. Agriculture and livestock farming are the basic economic activities of the South Asian region. So what is agriculture? It means the science and art of manufacturing crops for commercial resolutions or for economic. And it is also about upbringing flora, that means crops from the wealthy earth. What is livestock farming? It is raising animals for domestic use or for economical pleasure. Next is agriculture in South Asia. We all know South Asia is still predominantly an agrarian society. Major of the population is mutually beneficial on agriculture for their livelihoods. Even the people in South Asia, the rural people in South Asia depend on agriculture. In numbers, 1.8 billion of people involved in agricultural activities in South Asia region. So, next is about agriculture in South Asia. This is a graph that is taken from the World Bank Center, Agriculture Center. So, by observing this graph, here is some of the crops that are grown in South Asia. By observing this, you may observe that rice is the most important crop throughout this. South Asia contributes 30 to 40% in the global rice production. We must be all very proud to be a South Asian. Next is the major farming systems in South Asia. The graph I showed you above is mapped in here. So the color you can see in dark green is rice, and the light green is rice and wheat. Likewise, there are 9 major farming systems in South Asia. So we'll discuss about the types of agriculture in South Asia. Namely rice farming system, coastal artisanal fishing farming system, rice wheat farming system, highland fixed farming system, rain-fed farming system, dry rain-fed farming system, and finally pastoral farming system. I would like to discuss about all this. Due to the time limit, I could not discuss.
Okay, Tanik, give me a second. Can you please tell us what are the crops that grown in this South Asia? So in your presentation, I think the slide number 5. Okay. Yes.
The crops are rice, coastal artisanal fishing, the rice wheat, the highland mixed, the rain-fed mixed, the dry rain-fed, the pastoral.
Okay,
the
great.
sparse arid and the sparse mountain are not much crop that is not much cropped in the South Asia, but it also includes in South Asia. It is in light white colors. So this is the farming system.
Okay.
So these are the factors that influence the agricultural activities in South Asia. All the agriculture is done throughout the world. These are the major things that are in South Asia to do agriculture, but they are not in all the parts of the world. Most of them are in South Asia, namely fertilizer, animal power, labor, land area, and finally irrigation. We need these all to do. These are the accumulated factors. We need all of these to do agriculture in South Asia. So let's discuss about the development of agriculture in South Asia. You all know that agriculture was invented between 7,000 to 10,000 years ago during the Neolithic era or the New Stone Age, but they did not consider it as their main job. After the 12,000 years, they stopped hunting animals and started agriculture as their main job. They used animals as their as to do agriculture too. So some people in South Asia, the people in South Asia migrated to Europe, then started agriculture there. But some people did not migrate and they started to do agriculture on their own village soil. They planted 8 crops, namely, as I discussed, emmer wheat, anchor wheat, peas, lentils, bitter wheat, hulled barley, chickpeas, and flax. You may know some of these. Each of the villages helped each other for agriculture. Then, as they developed the agriculture, they made farming communities. The China was the first country to make farming communities. After that, it spread through South Asia, and they also made farming communities. Then they appointed a person for the protection of the land, agriculture, and for improving the lifestyles of the village, and they were called the kings. The kings began to do agriculture near water bodies. Example, like King Parakrama Babu. He built the Parakrama dam for the agriculture. Each king made special dams and lakes and rivers for it. Many made dams. So this South Asian region is one of the very special place for doing agriculture. After the king, the agriculture was done in modern way. So let's discuss about the consequences of agricultural activities in South Asia. Even though the agriculture is done in South Asia, there are advantages as well as disadvantages. First, we'll discuss about the advantages. You need food. You and me and animals need food for the survival. So this agriculture is affected by the climate. It has created opportunities to lift people out of poverty in developing nations in South Asia. There are still many regions that are developed through this agriculture. Many industries related to agriculture provides the opportunity for economic growth. You must know that agriculture, while doing agriculture, we can go into many various jobs. Example, translation job, seed growing job, seed carrying job, and many. So the disadvantages are soil erosion. This is a common factor for agriculture. Disadvantage of agriculture. So loss of soil fertility due to pesticide. We all use pesticide in modern way to agriculture. So water pollution or contaminated water supply, loss of groundwater, loss of biodiversity, deforestation. People in modern technology destroy the forest in South Asia for doing agriculture. Salination of soil. You know all that a soil has a own pH value. When the pH value decreases, it is also a disadvantage of agriculture. So over reliance of chemicals, adding more and more chemicals to preserve the crop.
Okay, Tanit.
So,
give me a second. I just need to, Tanit, give me a second. So this is another interesting factor that you need to know about Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is the highest use of agrochemicals in the world. So according to WHO survey, 50% of the popular living in the north central province is suffering from kidney diseases due to irregular use of land. So that is another disadvantage that we face due to this agriculture. So Sri Lanka is the highest user of agrochemical in South Asia and in the world. Yes. Yes. Yes, Tanit, continue.
Okay. Then we also have challenges related to agricultural activities. This data is collected from the Sarc Agricultural Center, Sarc. Everybody of you know that Sarc is there in South Asia. So there are many centers under the main organization called Sarc. In one of that is the agricultural center. So these are the challenges that emerge in South Asia for agriculture. Food and nutrition insecurity, low agricultural productivity, more rain-fed farming, highly vulnerable to climate change, high post-harvest losses, lack of quality standards, weak agri-export performance, low agri-industrialization, worst agribusiness environment, inadequate of farm employments. Livestock. Then the third major point is the livestock farming in South Asia. What is livestock farming? It is the management that is done simply by breeding animals for economical purposes or for pleasure. It is also one of the major jobs that is done in South Asia. Livestock is another topic under agriculture. Beef and cattle are generally the most profitable and easiest livestock to raise. The common animals that are raised in South Asia are the cows, sheep, goats, and chickens. So, these are the types of livestock farming in South Asia. Intensive livestock farming, semi-intensive livestock farming, extensive livestock farming, nomadic livestock farming, trouncement livestock farming, organic livestock farming. The intensive livestock farming is the major type of livestock farming in South Asia. So, this is the data that is collected from the agriculture center under Sarc. The common animals that are raised in farms of South Asia. As you can observe, the poultry is the most animal that is raised under the South Asia. Then secondly, cattle. Thirdly, goat, and fourth, fifth places are taken by the sheep and buffalo. So there are many advantages and disadvantages of livestock farming in South Asia. The advantages are livestock provides major additional contribution to agriculture through draft manure, fuel, and fertilizer. For example, cow dung. Animal products provide daily cash income to provide agricultural families. Example, chickens, hen, milk, cow milk, and many more. Provide much required nutrition to rural population. As you know, they directly eat and drink the nutrient that are directly taken from the farms. The livestock species play very important economical and socio-cultural roles for the well-being of rural households. They generate employment for young graduates like going into commercial farming. People also go into commercial farming. So the disadvantages are the methane gas that is released by the dungs of animals will destroy the nearest water bodies, shortage of grazing land. So, diseases and parasites will cause to men. Increased competition for food. Increased competition for mates. Animals that live in close proximity to one another face higher risk of infection. So, finally, I would like to give a thought about livestock. Raise animals lovingly, then you can raise your life accordingly. So, about agriculture, save agriculture so you can save your life successfully. I hope that you have got a basic knowledge under this topic, agriculture and livestock farming in South Asia. Thank you once again.
Okay. Thank you, Tanit. I highly appreciate your effort on doing and choosing this topic. So this topic, the only presentation that I got from this topic is your presentation. So I highly appreciate that you have interest in doing this presentation on this topic. So next, Matthew, you have your chance to do your presentation. So Matthew is doing his presentation, importance of the atmosphere. Yes, Matthew.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Good morning, my dear friends. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a gas, a bubble of gas which surrounds the earth, and it protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. And it is this is where weather happens. Now let us see, when was the atmosphere created. It is said that atmosphere was created 4.6 billion years ago, and it has been created because of volcanic eruptions. As you can see here, In the volcano, carbon dioxide escapes, hydrogen escapes, nitrogen escapes, and oxygen also escapes. And water also escapes. Because of carbon dioxide, water and oxygen, photosynthesis happen, and because of the sun as well. When photosynthesis happens, we get food. Now the rest of the hydrogen form the atmosphere. Now let us see what are the layers of the atmosphere. There are 5 layers of the atmosphere. We studied them in grade 7. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. The troposphere is 12 to 18 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Stratosphere is 11 to 50 kilometers. Mesosphere is 80 to 90 kilometers. Now let us see atmospheric differences between planets. According to the information until now, Earth is the only suitable atmosphere where living beings are there. We have 78% of nitrogen, 20% of oxygen, 0.03% of carbon dioxide, which is almost perfect and suitable to live. Let us say we go to Mars. There we will be able to see that there we will handle a little oxygen and nitrogen, but a lot of carbon dioxide. As you all know, there's a person named Elon Musk. He's the second most richest person in the world. He is trying to go to Mars and go there so that people can live. Until that, we should keep our atmosphere safe because we don't know whether it'll be a success or not. So we are lucky, and let's keep this atmosphere safe. Now let us go to the main importance of the atmosphere. Air is produced from the atmosphere. It controls the temperature on the surface of. As you can see, harmful rays of the sun come, and the atmosphere protects the earth from harmful rays and lets rays which are important for the earth in. Provides necessary gases for living things to survive. It maintains the water cycle. As you all know, the water cycle is evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. This is really important for plants to grow. When plants grow, we get food. Protects the earth from small meteors. Almost every month, there are 10 to 15 meteors coming from space. The atmosphere burns them and protects us. So let's say we didn't have an atmosphere, all the meteors would come to Earth, and that'll be the end of mankind. And it provides oxygen as well. Without oxygen, we can't live. So it's really important, our atmosphere. Weather also happens here. Now let us go to the ways the atmosphere gets polluted. The main reason is because of the exhaust from industries. As you can see here, all of these are chemicals. It is not good for the atmosphere. Because of construction as well, because of the sound that comes from construction, it's really harmful for birds. Without birds, the atmosphere can't be there. Because of fumes from vehicles, as you can see, there might be really smoke might come from vehicles. Let's say you go near to that, you'll feel really uncomfortable, right? All those air, it goes up to the atmosphere, all those smoke. Those, it gets together with the atmosphere and it comes down, and that's what we breathe. It's not good for us. Due to open burning of garbage, I've seen this in a lot of places, it's not really good. And due to deforestation, trees are really important, so we should prevent deforestation as well. I could go on and on about how the atmosphere gets polluted, so let us not destroy ourselves and let us act effectively to protect ourselves. Now let us go to see what happens when we pollute the atmosphere. When we burn fossil fuels and garbage, we are releasing chemicals which are very harmful for our atmosphere, and the temperature of the atmosphere increases in a very high level, and this could be really harmful for the living beings. When we burn fossil fuels, all those hot air, it goes to the atmosphere and our temperature increases. And when we burn chemicals and when we release chemicals, those, as you can see here, those are not good for our atmosphere. It could cause holes in that ozone layer, and harmful rays of the sun can come inside. So let us protect our atmosphere. So what will happen if the atmosphere disappears? It would chill the Earth's surface, but still water vapor would act as a green gas and raise the temperature. Humans won't be able to live due to the lack of oxygen and meteors. However, some microorganisms could exist. So let us protect the atmosphere. We don't want this to happen, right? Now, how to prevent the pollution of the atmosphere? Ride a bike instead of driving. Let's say that we have to go about 2 kilometers. We could ride a bike. It's good for our health and we are protecting the atmosphere as well. Using energy efficient light bulbs and appliances. Do not use firecrackers. We can use firecrackers, but why I mentioned that there because all those smoke that comes from the firecrackers are really harmful for the environment and our atmosphere. So we shouldn't use them frequently. Do not burn garbage in open areas. As you can see in this slide, we shouldn't burn garbage in open areas. All this smoke are not good for our atmosphere. Using electric cars. We can use normal cars, but using electric cars help the atmosphere more. Plant trees. It is one of the most important things that we have to do to protect ourselves and the atmosphere. Do not leave garbage on the street. The smell that comes from this garbage is really harmful for the atmosphere as well. So let us be intelligent and protect ourselves and the atmosphere. We should stop pollution. Now let us see a little bit of fun facts about the atmosphere. Our Earth has had 3 atmospheres, as you can see here. It's really beautiful. Oxygen caused the first major extinction. There's a river in which oxygen is getting produced. So that means those days people have been breathing with another gas. And when oxygen came, it caused the first major extinction and people had to adapt to oxygen. Now our sky could be violet. It is because of the rays of the sun, our sky is violet. Because of our eyesight only, we see it as blue. Our blood boils after 60,000 feet. This happens because of the atmospheric pressure. There is trillions of gallons of water in the sky, but still that doesn't mean that we can waste water. So let us keep our atmosphere safe because it is really important for us. Now, thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, great. Yes, Matthew, you did excellent job, and I'm happy that you have covered all the topics that we have discussed with this importance of the atmosphere.
Everyone, so I'm going to present you about some facts on revolution of Earth, equinoxes and solstices. So now I'm going to introduce my content of the above mentioned topic. So under the main topic revolution of Earth, we have 2 topics, that is revolution of Earth and equinoxes and solstices. So under the evolution of Earth, we have 2 subtopics, as you can see in the slide, and also under the second main topic we have 4 subtopics. So let's go to the presentation quickly. So as I mentioned before, the first subtopic is what is meant by revolution. The movement of Earth around the Sun is called the revolution of Earth. This path is known as orbit. The Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours for a complete revolution. This is known as a year. We add the balance 6 hours of 4 years together, and then we have a year with 366 days, which is known as a leap year. Since the Earth rotates on axis with 23.5 degrees inclination, the Sun comes directly above different longitudes during the particular periods of year. Therefore, seasonal changes are occurring due to revolution. Okay, so now we have done with our first subtopic, and now we are going to the second subtopic, that is fun facts on revolution of Earth. So Earth's orbit is not a perfect circle. Instead, Earth's orbit is slightly elliptical in shape. The picture below will give you a brief idea about the revolution of Earth. Misconception many people have is that the seasons are caused by the distance of the Earth from the Sun. This is not true. Because Earth's orbit around the Sun is slightly elliptical in Earth is actually slightly closer to the Sun in the winter than the Sun. Okay, so we have done with our first main topic, So now we have to arrive for our second subtopic. Before going to that subtopic, take a look on this slide which is presenting right now. This will be important for you when we are talking about the second main topic. So this is the way of season occurs. Here we can, as you can see in the slide, here that is the vernal equinox, and here summer solstice, and here autumnal equinox, and here winter solstice. Okay, now let's go for our second subtopic, equinoxes and solstices. So under that, the first subtopic is what is meant by an equinox. When the sun is directly falling over the equator on a certain day, that is known as an equinox. When the sun is being directly over the equator on the 21st of March is called the vernal or spring equinox. And when the sun is directly over the equator on 23rd of September is called autumn or fall equinox. So this is the autumn equinox and this is the spring equinox. And now we are going for our second subtopic, that is types of equinox. There are two types of equinox. First one is spring equinox and the second one is autumn equinox. Spring equinox we can tell it as vernal equinox, while autumn equinox as fall equinox. Now let us talk about the first type of equinox, spring or vernal equinox. So this equinox is on 21st of March in every year. We can see many environmental changes. For example, in this period, snow and ice begin to melt. Tender leaves appear on dormant trees and flowers will start to bloom and bear fruit. In the northern hemisphere, the vernal equinox marks the first day of astronomical spring. Okay, now we have done with our first type of equinox. Let's go for the second type of equinox, that is autumnal equinox. So this equinox is on 23rd of September in every year. But autumn sets in for the countries located in the northern hemisphere during the month of September and for the countries in the southern hemisphere in March. Due to the gradual decrease of temperature, the leaves begin to fall, thus it is also called the fall. Okay, so we have finished the two types of equinoxes, and now we are going to the third subtopic under the second main topic, that is what is meant by solstices. The sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer on a certain day, that is known as a solstice. And when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd of December, it is called the winter solstice, while the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer on the 21st of June is called the summer solstice. So this is the winter solstice and this is the summer solstice, as you can see in the slide. So let's go to the last subtopic under the second main topic, that is types of solstices. So there are also two types of solstices as the equinox. The first one is winter solstice and the second one is summer solstice. Now let us talk about the winter solstice. This solstice is on 22nd of December, but winter solstice sets in the countries of northern hemisphere in December and for the countries in the southern hemisphere in June. During this time, there is a longer period of night. The leaves completely fall off the trees and snow falls in many areas, and human activities are limited to a great extent because due to the snow there will be many accidents. So let's go. I think you got an idea about the winter solstice. And now let's go to the second type of solstice, that is summer solstice. So this solstice is on 21st of June, but in countries which have seasonal changes, the highest temperature is recorded during the summer and the daytime is longer since the temperature is very high during this season. It is a difficult period for man and the other living beings in the northern hemisphere, and summer sets in June, and in the southern hemisphere it falls in December. Okay, so with this, I will end my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Okay, great. So another great example that you can do these kinds of presentation and you can explain it with pictures and all that. Yes.
Today I'm going to talk about Sarc. Today I'm going to talk about South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, Sarc. What is Sarc? Sarc is an economic and political organization. It was established in 8 December 1985 in Bangladesh. Sarc comprises 21% of world population, which consists of 8 countries. And it is a geopolitical organization. This was established to promote socio-economic or developments and welfare economics. Introduction about Sarc. Sarc in 1980 and all the 7 member states, they are Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, are agreed to bring Sarc in reality. In my point of view, Sarc was born with the signing of heads of government. So finally, in 1985, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation was born and it was shortly known as Sarc. The Sarc grouping of experts meeting on the establishment of SMRC was held during 25th and 26th November 1992 in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Structure of the center. The center has been started within following divisions. Theoretical division. This division consists of experienced and head of the numerical divisions, scientists with background in tropical meteorology. Synoptic division. This consists of 4 topics. This division is consists of one head of the 3 divisions, scientists with experience in analysis and forecasting of weather in the region, and finally they have research assistants. Next, I'm going to talk about the history of Sarc. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, Sarc comprises the 7 countries of South Asian of region cooperation. In South Asia was first promoted in May 1980. So after the consultation of foreign secretaries, the 7 countries met for the first time in Colombo, April 1981. In my view, after the interrogation of foreign, this was the first meeting of the committee. So then the integrated programs of action initially in 5 agreed areas of cooperation. So normally, by a meeting of Committee of the Whole in Colombo in August-September 1981, which identified broad areas for regional cooperation. After that, agriculture, telecommunication, and rural development and health population. In my point of view, heads of state or government at the first Sarc summit held in Dhaka on 7th and 8th December 1985 adopted the Charter formally establishing the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. So next, these are some functions of Sarc: to analyze information, undertake research, and disseminate research findings on disaster management among the member countries, to develop educational materials and conduct academic and professionals, to organize training and awareness programs for various stakeholders on disaster management for member countries, to collaborate with other Sarc center, particularly known as SMRC, SCMC, SCZMC, and Sarc.
Yes, can you little bit explain us about this short forms SMRC? Hmm?
Teacher,
Yes, yes. So in here that I will explain. It's about the Sarc Coastal Management Center and the Sarc Meteorological Research Center. So those are the organizations that stand with these short forms. And so as you know, we face tsunami. So that kind of a disaster. So in that case, we wanted to have a disaster management way that we can communicate with these countries. So that's why we have this the Sarc Coastal Management Center, and also with Sarc we have Sarc Meteorological Research Center. Yes, yes, continue. Okay.
Can see.
Also, students, you need to remember with this Sarc organization, we don't have much details in the textbook. So you need to know the members of the Sarc, and also there is another important factor that you need to know, that Afghanistan got the membership, and they belongs to Central Asia, and they do not represent the South Asian region, but they got the membership. So these are the interesting factors that you need to remember with your syllabus. Okay. So we are deeply discussing about the Sarc in Sarc organization, but it's not there in your textbook with all details, but still as a topic, able to find more details about this thing. Yes, continue.
okay. First six Sarc summits. The first summit was held in Dhaka, Bangladesh on 7th and 8th December 1985. That means it was attended by all the 7 presidents and the government respectively. Then Second summit was held in Bangalore on 16th and 17th November 1986. This was constituted the Sarc spirit. So the third summit was held in Kathmandu, Nepal on 2nd and 4th November 1987. The fourth summit was held in Islamabad, Pakistan on 29th and 30th December 1988. And the fifth summit was held in Maldives on 21st and 23rd November 1990. And the sixth summit was held in Colombo, Sri Lanka on 21st December 1991. SAARC countries. SAARC countries. This was established in 1985 as South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, popularly known as SAARC. SAARC is a unique concept that consists of 8 countries consisting of Bhutan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. So I'm going to explain about Bangladesh. Bangladesh is the country to start SAARC. Bangladesh has taken the full advantage of corridor diplomacy of the SAARC summit, which is a major feature of SAARC's role.
What is corridor diplomacy? This means that meeting personally, and they can negotiate. So you know, in South Asia, we have these countries like India and Pakistan. So they have territorial issues, but in SAARC, they get the platform that they can discuss about their issues that they are having. So that is what we call corridor diplomacy. It means though they have differences with these issues, like they have these territorial issues and India and Pakistan, as we discussed earlier also, but still they get the chance to discuss their personal issues, or they can discuss about what are the threats they face as a region. So that is where you get the platform. So you can use South Asian organizations SAARC as a platform where you can use this corridor diplomacy, which means face to face they can talk and they can do their solve their problems. Yes. Okay.
SAARC roles in improving bilateral relations. Some information about Nepal and Bhutan.
Yes, what about
We have multilateral form. Some information about Nepal and Bhutan. Nepal successfully hosted the 18th Sarc Summit in Kathmandu on 26th and 27th November 2014, signing of Sarc Framework Agreement for Energy Cooperation or Electricity was an important achievement of the summit. Nepal had also successfully organized the 3rd and the 11th summit in Kathmandu in 1987 and 2002 respectively. Next, I'm going to talk about Bhutan. Ever since the inception of Sarc, Bhutan has firmly supported and promoted the activities and work towards making the South Asian region self-reliant, consistent with its policy of developing friendly relationships with all neighboring countries. Sarc fulfills an important foreign policy objectives of Bhutan. These are some roles or some information about India and Sri Lanka. India has also made unilateral offers for setting up a special purpose facility to finance and also supply vaccines for the children of South Asian telemedicine projects in Afghanistan, Bhutan, and Nepal. Sri Lanka, however, its role as a pioneer of South Asian regionalism through the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. SAC is increasingly turning towards broader engagements with East Asia. In doing so, the country is recognizing its position as a strategic asset to both India and China. Objectives. In view, objectives SACs include promotions of socio-economic or development within SAC countries and also develop a productive relationship with regional and international organizations. So based on these objectives can be categorized as under to promote the welfare of the people of South Asia and improve their quality, to accelerate economic growth, to promote active collaboration and mutual assistance in economic, cultural, technical and scientific fields, to promote and strengthen collective self-reliance among the countries of South Asia, to cooperate with international and regional organizations. SAC Logistic Vision. Normally, SAC is the largest geo-economic bloc in the world with 1.2 billion people. Its GDP based on purchasing power parity is $3.57 trillion. Its combined average growth is over 7%. Its plan includes a common market. So, these are some logistic visions. It has one of the most ancient living civilizations in the world. It is a sleeping giant and has started it to move its arms. It has the largest irrigated land areas in the world live together. It has the second largest railway network of the world after the US. It offers one of the largest English-speaking areas. It has labor force of 423 million people. This is the largest of any other economic bloc in the world. This represents the hope for the largest or poor people of the world with the poor people in the world. It also gives homes to some of the poorest people on the earth, but it has increased jobs opportunities and self-employment schemes in all SAARC countries. So within a consumer base of over 423 million people, and also it has the potential of contributing a great deal to the ever-evolving global economy. SAARC areas of cooperation to improve the agriculture and rural, to cooperate with the culture, for the technology, for the economic and trade, for the education, and for the energy, for finance, and for the environment. Finally, for information, communication, and media. More information about SAARC. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, is the regional intergovernmental organization and geopolitical union of states in South Asia. Its member Secretary Asar Veerakon was appointed from Sri Lanka as the president of SAARC in 2020. These three summits were taken place in 1991, 1998, and 2006. These are they normally discuss their conferences from their things from three conferences. So the concept of SAARC was first adopted by Bangladesh during 1977. under the administration of President. Later on, Sarc nations agreed upon a creation of a trade bloc consisting of South Asian countries. For the first time, the countries met in Colombo in April 91. So thank you for watching my presentation. Stay.
So we don't need to go that far. Anyway, you need to know that you don't need to know all these situations and all about the summit, where these summits were held. But still, you need to know these countries are there and these are the common issues they are facing. And there is another factor that you need to know, that Afghanistan is a country which is not belongs to this geographical territory. So that is the things that we need to know about this topic.
Morning to all of you. Today I'm going to be talking about importance of water. And I will be talking about introduction, what are the importance of water, fun facts, 5 signs of dehydration, extra knowledge, and conclusion. Introduction. Water and water resources is very important for maintaining an adequate food supply and a productive environment for all living organisms. As human populations and economies grow, global freshwater demand has been increasing rapidly in addition to threatening the human food supply. Water shortages severely reduce biodiversity in both aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. The negative effects of global population increases, climate changes impact, and lifestyle changes are exerting growing pressures upon our vital water resources, leading to widespread water stress in many countries. As a result, there is growing realization of the urgent need to conserve water. Water is essential for life because it heavily influences public health and living standard. However, water is uniquely distributed throughout the world. Water is a very important required substance in order to sustain vital activities of human such as nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, and reproduction. In addition, water is also a life space as well as being one of the basic substances in the formation of life environment. What are the importance of water? You might be wondering. No water, no life, no blue, no green. Our first subtopic. Every one of our cells, organs, and tissues use water to help with temperature regulation, keeping hydrated, and maintaining bodily functions. Water acts as a lubricant, cushion your joints. Drinking water is great for your health. According to the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, everyone should drink water daily. It helps maximize physical performance, regulating body temperature. We come to our second subtopic. Pure water is the world's first and foremost medicine. Water is an essential for good health. Water and other liquids help break down food so that your body can absorb the nutrients. Flushing out the waste from your body, and water also helps your brain function. It is essential for breaking down solid food and keeping your mouth healthy. And it also helps create saliva. Did you know that your heart is working continually to pump 2000 gallons of blood throughout your body a day by drinking water and keeping hydrated? You are all helping your heart to do its job. It also helps prevent constipation. It helps keep your skin bright. Adequate water intake will help your skin hydrated and may promote collagen production. It also helps boost energy. Drinking water may active your metabolism. Water helps to release oxygen from the water molecules into atmosphere in the form of oxygen in photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, water provides the electron that binds the hydrogen atom to the carbon to give sugar. Drinking water every day is essential for maintaining our overall health, yet many of us do not consume enough water. Water is essential for the kidneys to function as they need enough fluids to purify waste and transport urine to the bladder. It is an essential factor for the existence of living beings. And we use water for domestic purposes like washing, cleaning, bathing, and livestock farming. We use water for various industries, for transportation, for recreational activities, and we also use water for agricultural activities like crop cultivation and livestock farming also. Fun fact, if you are thirsty, that means you are already dehydrated. Now I'm going to be talking about 5 signs of dehydration. Dry mouth, eyes stop making tears, sweating may stop, muscle cramps, nausea and vomiting. We lose water routinely when we breathe as humidified air leaves the body, sweat to cool the body, urinate or have a bowel movement. I have some extra knowledge for you guys. Water naturally has 0 calories, therefore substituting water for soda or juice can reduce your calorie intakes. Switching out 120 oz sugary beverage for water reduces your calorie intake by 240 calories. Now I come to the conclusion of my presentation. Water is extremely important for the continuation of life. Water is our life. Therefore, every decision and every step to be taken on water is vital. It's extremely important. In my opinion, man is at the center of nature. However, we cannot talk about a situation such as the separation of man and nature if a person possesses ethically and moral values, other living things, and acts in a way that respect their rights of life. He can have a livable environment. As a matter of fact, we as humans constitute the largest pollutant group in the world. The places that are most heavily affected by pollution are the places and resources that everyone uses in common. Considering the limited water resources in the world and the state of risking it is in evaluating it as an complete medium may lead to undesirable results. Water is an essential substance not only for humans but also for living beings. The demand for water, whose usage areas are expanding with the change of life conditions, is increasing day by day. However, the pollution and depletion of our water resources by taking simple measures without impairing our qualities of life. We must act in the awareness that the lives of our future generations are in our hands. The precaution for this is to leave potable water and livable environment to our future generations. Thank you everyone for listening. Stay safe, drink plenty of water, and stay healthy.
So, Kanul, yes, you had more facts, and that is also another great presentation. And also, I must say, this Sandha, right? So, the one who did presentation about Sarc organization. Yes. So, anyway, all the presentations were up to very good level, and I'm very happy about the way you presented in the class. And also, it is true, the 18th Sarc Summit was the last Sarc Summit, and it was held in Kathmandu in 2014. And the 2016 Sarc Summit was to be held in Islamabad, which I also mentioned you earlier. So this was the Sarc Summit that been boycotted by other Sarc members. So it is due to the terrorist attack on an Indian army camp in Uri in Jammu Kashmir on September 18th. Due to that issue, in 2016, the Sarc Summit didn't held in Islamabad. So that is about the Sarc organization. Yes,
Good morning, my dear friends and dear teacher. I'm going to do a present about Nicobar and Andaman Islands. So I'm going to present about Andaman Islands. The Andaman Islands are Little Andaman Island, South Andaman Island, Middle Andaman Island, and North Andaman Island. The Nicobar Islands that I'm going to present about are Great Nicobar Island, Car Nicobar Island, and Little Nicobar Island. What are Andaman and Nicobar Islands? Andaman and Nicobar Islands is a union territory of India consisting of 572 islands, of which 38 are inhabited at the junction of the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea. The territory is about 150 kilometers north of AC in Indonesia, separated by the 150 kilometer wide 10-degree channel with the Andaman Islands to the north of this latitude and the Nicobar Islands to the south. The territory's capital is the city of Port Blair. Actually, the city of Port Blair is a city located in India. It's the capital to the North Andaman Islands and Nicobar Islands. So as you can see a picture of tree here, it's a symbol that shows the identity of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and the tree's name is Andaman Podok. And so you can see here, and some people fishing. Those are the Andaman tribals fishing in a river. Teacher, did you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. Continue.
Okay, teacher. What are Andaman Islands? The Andaman Islands are an Indian archipelago in the Bay of Bengal. If I tell you what Indian archipelago is a group of islands. Archipelago means group of islands. It's the meaning of archipelago. These roughly 300 islands are known for their calm-lined white sand beaches, mangroves, tropical rainforest, coral reefs supporting marine life such as sharks and rays make for popular living and snorkeling sites. Indigenous Andaman Islanders inhabit the more remote islands, many of which visitors are off limits. So now I'm going to talk about Little Andaman Island. Little Andaman Island is the fourth largest of the Andaman Islands of India, which with an area of 707 square kilometers, lying at the southern end of archipelago. It belongs to the South Andaman Administrative District, part of the Indian Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It lies 88 kilometers to the south of Port Blair. The capital of Andaman Islands It lies 88 kilometers to the south of Port Blair, which is the capital of Andaman Islands. The island is in the Bay of Bengal and belongs to the Little Andaman Group. South Andaman Island. South Andaman Island is the southernmost island of the Great Andaman and is home to the majority of the population of the islands. It belongs to the South Andaman Administrative District, and the area of this island is 1,268 square kilometers. The island belongs to the Great Andaman chain. As you can see, I have presented the read about historical population of South Andaman Island. So now you can see the present population of South Andaman Island. Teacher, did you see it?
Yes, we can see the table. Yes.
So now we can talk about Middle Andaman Island. Middle Andaman of the Andaman Islands. It belongs to the North and Middle Andaman Administrative District. The island's area is 1,523 square kilometers. The island belongs to the Great Andaman chain and is located 73 kilometers north from Port Blair. The most popular attraction to visit in Middle Andaman is Rangat, Amkunj Beach and Danalla Mangrove Nature Walk. The island coastline was inundated by the tsunami resulting from the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake. So the present population of Middle Andaman Island is 28,767. North Andaman Island. North Andaman Island is the northern island of Great Andaman of the Andaman Islands. It belongs to the North and Middle Andaman Administrative District. The area of this island is 1,317 square kilometers. The island is lying 137 kilometers north from Port Blair. The island belongs to the Great Andaman Group and lies north of Middle Andaman Island. So now we are going to talk about Nicobar Islands. What are Nicobar Islands? Nicobar Islands are an archipelagic island chain in the eastern Indian Ocean. They are located in Southeast Asia, 105 kilometers north of AC on Sumatra and separated from Thailand to the east by the Andaman Sea. Located 1,300 kilometers southeast of the Indian subcontinent across the Bay of Bengal. They form part of the Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, India. Also, Nicobar Islands cover a land area of 1,841 square kilometers. So, as you can see, this is the Great Nicobar Island. Great Nicobar is the southernmost and largest of the Nicobar Islands of India. Also, Great Nicobar Island was severely affected by the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake, tsunami, with many deaths and was cut off from all outside contacts for more than a day. And its area is 921 square kilometers. Nicobar Island. Nicobar is the northernmost of the Nicobar Islands. It's also one of the 3 local administrative divisions of the Indian district of Nicobar, and the area of Nicobar Island is 126 square kilometers. Also, the island was severely affected by the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake, which led to many deaths and damaged infrastructure. So you can see here the population of Nicobar Island. Teacher, do you want to see it? You guys want to see it, or shall I move to next slide?
We would like to see it.
Sir, we would like to see it.
Okay, then you can see it now. So here the population is total population is 17,841. The male population is 9,735. Female population is 8,106. Children aged below 6 years, total of them are 19,029. Male children aged below 6 years, 982. Female children aged below 6 years are 947.
1,929, right?
Oh, yes, please, sorry. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Anyway.
So now we are going to talk about Little Nicobar Island. 2000, I'm really sorry, it's a mistake. The 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami caused extensive damage to this island. So as you can see, I wrote, I typed 2044. Actually, it should be 2004. I'm really sorry.
Yes. Anyway.
Little Nicobar Islands area is 104 square kilometers. There are a few small islands off of Little Nicobar Island shores. There are a few small islands off of Little Nicobar shores. Examples are Menchel, Pulomilo, Trice, Albertay, Trac, Mafuya, and the island of Kajal, and it's located 56 kilometers to the north. So now I'm going to tell you about some important facts about Nicobar and Andaman Islands. So the names of Andaman and Nicobar are taken from the Malay language. In these islands, they speak most widely. They speak Andamanese or Nicobarese languages. And the Kajal Island received the first sunrise of the millennium. First sunrise during the millennium, actually. The largest sea turtles in the world nest at these Nicobar Islands and Andaman Islands. So the dugong, the gentle sea cow, can be seen in these Nicobar Island and Andaman Island shores. So the largest living arthropod in the world, Burgess latro or robber crab, resides here.
That's interesting information. Yes.
So that's all the information I found. Actually, I hope you got some knowledge out of this. I'm really sorry. This information is not enough.
Yes, we had two presentations about this topic, but I think I got more information from your one, as it's simple and all the details are there. And also I like the way you presented into the class, and the format is also very simple that we can easily get the knowledge from your presentation. So that is what I want from you to do in your next presentations.